What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a retro unboxing for you for a console I never had growing up. We're going to unbox a Sega Genesis Model 2. But before we do it, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you have not already. Leave me a comment about what you think about this console from the 90s. So a little bit of a backstory. I decided to make this video because I bought this console for an excellent deal I couldn't resist. There are many places where you can get retro consoles online these days, but I like to go to shopgoodwill.com and check out their inventory from time to time. This is not sponsored. It's just a website I personally like to use. One night I was browsing around and I found this beautiful complete inbox Sega Genesis Model 2, and it had a low initial bid price, which took me by surprise. But this is what I mean when I say from time to time you find good deals on this website, but you have to be patient. The original box was in okay condition considering it's over 30 years old. I ended up winning the bid for only $31. Now the shipping price was a bit high, almost 20 bucks, but to me it was completely worth it. In total, I paid $60 for this complete in-box Sega Genesis Model 2. It included all the original hookups, 2 controllers, and a not for resale label copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Days later, I went into my local retro gaming store and I got a copy of one of my favorite Mortal Kombat games from the 90s, Mortal Kombat 3. So with this video, I'm officially starting my collecting journey for this system. So I hope you guys enjoy and let me know what you thought. So here it is. Here's the Sega Genesis Model 2 and copy of Mortal Kombat 3. Also, I realized later that this came with the original RF hookup. I thought I needed to get an actual AV cable that I could use. So I went and got this retro gen cable, audio video cable from Retrobit. This one's specifically for the Genesis Model 2. Again, $60. Let me pull the sheet so that I can prove it to you. Right there. The shipping was $19.74. Handling was 4.5, and the taxes, and so it all came out to $60. Like I said, it was an excellent deal for me. I'll maybe show up some examples in post. I've pulled up examples of this like on eBay or any other site. For sure they go above $60. This was a fantastic find. And Mortal Kombat 3, there's a great store local to me called Killer Finds. I went in one day and I was lucky to find this copy for $20. Doesn't have the manual, but I can probably find the manual elsewhere. So another up close here is this corner is missing. And when I realized, looking up close, I turn it around. That is actually the barcode. So somebody cut out the barcode from the box for whatever reason, and they removed it. If this had the barcode still, it would have been amazing, because the box is not that bad. Of course, it's been through some damage, like usual damage, like the corners, stuff like that, but otherwise it's not that bad. See? It's not that bad at all. This was an amazing find, and I had to take advantage of it. Let's look at Mortal Kombat 3. So again, this was 20 bucks at Killer Finds. These boxes, man, I swear, these don't really age that much. The label and everything keeps stays pretty much intact over the years, which is freaking awesome. Plunge into the darkness. It's your fight. It's your life. Mortal Kombat 3. There it is. This is like a very common AV cable. You just need to make sure it's labeled for the Genesis 2. I believe I found one of these or from a similar company that makes the AV cable for Genesis and Model 1. And it is different. You need to make sure you get one for Model 2. So you want to open it up from here, and then you bring up the lid this way, and then you have it here, and then you have this tab where you stick your finger and pull it out that way. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so that's the box right there. You lift it up. So that's the contents of the box. So let me bring you in up close. Obviously the console's a bit dirty, but that's okay. It's a bit dirty. Yeah, this of course is going to need some deeper cleaning. And look, it even comes with the original manual, which is kind of cool. So now I'll take the liberty to take each item out of the box. There's the Genesis. I'll pull out the controllers. So there it is. The Sega Genesis Model 2 for you. But pretty much, I was from the SNES camp. For some odd reason, I never hopped on into the Genesis camp when the console wars was happening. And to be quite honest, I was 8-9 years old back then. I wasn't even aware there was a console war at all between Sega and Nintendo. All I knew was that there were, more than just one console out there, which, I thought it was the greatest. But yeah, I never owned this console back in those days, and pretty much the console is in great condition. Like I said, other than it being a little dirty. It has this sticker here. Somebody put a sticker on and then took it off. You've got the hookups here in the back. What I found surprising is that the hookups, like they're not flush with the shell of the console. Like they're deep inside there. This is one of the important things you need to think about, because that AV cable, I think it's designed so that it reaches the actual connection, right where the PCB is. You look at it up close. I don't know if I'm even showing the angle, but the actual connection is flush with the PCB inside. So I thought this was interesting. I had never seen a console before where the connectors were not flush up against the shell. But for some reason, this one is like that. I believe this is there you go. This is the connector right here for the Sega CD. So it's awesome because it It even included like the sleeve for the pin connector. So it even included this, which I just removed the dust off of it. But you can see the connectors there are a little bit oxidized, but so I thought this was cool. Oh, and look, the cover says "Do not remove." That's interesting. So I consider this to be like a complete system. You know, it's not missing the cover for the pin connector. It's not missing this it's not missing this cover here either, which obviously, you know, tends to happen a lot. Consoles that had you know, sort of extra things like that, it would happen that kids would you know, remove this cover and forget to put it back on, and it would get lost. And then when they got rid of the console, oh, you know, I forgot where I left it. So I really appreciate again that this thing is complete, like complete, and it's absolutely great. There's nothing inside of it. I haven't opened it, and like there's that's also typical when you get used consoles, especially like this, that there's always something stuck inside, and when you shake it, there's something shaking inside. Either, you know, it could be whatever. So anyway, here we have the controllers. So I can tell one difference right away. I'm gonna start with this one. So there's a controller right there. The what do they call this? The bean controller because of the shape. This like the plastic on the wire, it seems like it's dirty. Like it feels rough. Here, you hear that? It's like dirty, like somebody tried to clean it with a chemical and the plastic degraded or something like that. Or maybe just it's just dirty. So that's one controller. Let's bring in the other one. So you see here the plastic on the cord for this one, it seems like it's preserved. It doesn't feel like it's been degraded or something. Or it doesn't feel like the material has degraded with time. The other cable feels like that, but this one feels it's shiny. It feels normal. The other one kind of dull. Get here with the lighting. Hopefully you can. Now let's test this one out. A little bit of ASMR for you again. Honestly, they're both in great shape. Both controllers feel pretty much the same. We've got the power supply, which I appreciate that it's not broken. It's fully preserved. It's typical. It's one of those typical power adapters from back in the day. But this one is in great shape. Awesome shape. And then it came with the with the original RF connector. So Take a look at that. That is from back in the day, man. This, wow. Out of all the retro consoles that I have up to now, I didn't have one where I also had the original RF connector. So this end here goes to the console, and this end here goes to the TV, which pretty much is a coaxial connection. What you would do is you would connect this to your TV, plug it in, and if you had cable or your VCR or whatever, you would connect the your cable provider here, right here, or maybe you had the VCR connected before the cable, something like that. I don't remember now. So you would connect it up here, and then this would go to the TV. So that way you didn't need to, you know, unplug this every time you wanted to play with your Sega Genesis. So, man, but it's been a while that I had seen these actually. So this one came with it. So that's, thought that was cool to have. Although I'm not going to use it, right? But yeah. And then that's Sonic 2 right there. And this is what I meant earlier. It has, seems like this label, I just noticed it now. It looks like that label feels like it was added after the fact, so it's not part of the print of the original label. You can feel it here. It says not for resale. So this couldn't be sold loose. It had to come packed in with the console. And I'll show you the cartridge for Mortal Kombat 3. This one's a little bit more preserved than the Sonic cartridge. The label is awesome. The label's intact pretty much. Although it is kind of detaching here from the top. The adhesive seems to be weakening on the top here. Very cool. Backside. Bottom pin. Hopefully you can. So there it is, guys. The unboxing of the Sega Genesis Model 2. I thoroughly enjoyed this unboxing, or this retro unboxing. I've got a few things to do with this console. Not in this video though. I don't want to make a 2-hour long video. I'm going to make a separate video where I test it and test these both games and have some fun there. And yeah, so stick around for that video. I'm also going to do probably a cleanup video, opening up the console, cleaning up the shells because they're pretty filthy. Also the controllers, I want to do that too. Open them up and clean them up. Those are 2 separate things for 2 separate videos. So there it is, the retro unboxing of the Sega Genesis Model 2. So if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching and, you know, digging through this amazing find with me. I appreciate it. Leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe if you haven't. And let me know if you had this console yourself. I didn't. So this whole experience is completely new to me. Yet another console that I add to my collection. Pretty much this is the new addition to the retro collection. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.